All right, cool. We're starting. So I am so very excited about this group, you guys. I got this idea sort of from Sam Wyatt, but accountability groups are so awesome. I've been in a couple, just one-on-one, and I do love accountability partners. But the notion sometimes is that, people fall off, and then it's just one person with you, and if they fall off, then you're like, hey, what am I going to do? So I love the idea of grouping together 3 or 4 people and holding each other accountable. I wanted to put you guys in groups that you were not on the same team as much as possible, because I've been in workout partners where I am not a part of their team at all. And what I love about that is that I'm actually able to get all kinds of different ideas. So I wanted to give you guys that, differentiation. And then I also wanted to group you guys based on rank, because I also, as much as this can not be really important, it can be, especially if some of you guys have teams, some of you guys do not, some of you guys just started, some of you have been in the business for a minute. So I wanted to kind of group you guys into ranks based on what level you guys were at. And then I personally asked you guys. So you guys have all said, hey, I want in this. I want to be coached a little bit more daily. I want to put action into my business every single day. And I want to, really share ideas. What I would love for this to be, you guys, is I would love for you, like I said, to grow friendships out of this, to be able to share ideas, to have that community of people. When you feel like you're on an island and you're not working this business with anybody, you are. And I would love for you guys to work this business together. We don't go into an office every day. We do not talk to people in the office, but we all work this business silently, and we get praised in public. And it's little by little every single day that we do work this business. And this group can be that platform for you to get ideas from, to share community with, to cheer each other on, and to hold yourself accountable and put those activities into your business every single day, because it really is, in this type of business especially, it really is about consistency. It's all about a little bit every single day to make it happen. So you guys have all personally asked to be pushed. I'm sorry, I'm reading my notes here on how I kind of grouped you guys together also. Oh, so these are going to be Facebook groups. That was something else that I thought about. And as much as I would love to do text messaging, some people are in Australia here. And also text messaging can kind of be ding, ding, ding. If you're getting on a conversation and stuff, it could be kind of frustrating. So I thought, okay, Facebook Messenger, we're on Facebook. We check in on our groups. We post on social media, hopefully. So hopefully this platform with the Messenger is good. But tell people what you're doing daily. When I was in a workout, and I actually still do have a workout partner, we are not per se running to ranks, because the other times that I did have workout partners, we were actually running to ranks. It was like we were running to an executive director. This was back in our old comp plan. We were running together to regional director. We were running together to national marketing director. I mean, we were running together, and every single day, every single night we checked in. What are you doing? What ideas do you have? What's your volume? I mean, we got very, very detailed with each other while we were running to these ranks. This is going to be a little bit different, but at the same time, I would love for you guys to check in with each other. What are you doing today? What did you do today? Some days you're going to have bad days, and some days you're going to have good days. The difference is check in. And if you have those bad days, tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow you can start new. If you had a bad day and someone just killed it and did awesome for that day, don't beat yourself up about it. We can have a new day tomorrow. Some people are going to have great days. You're not. You're going to have a great day, and they're not. It's okay. We want to cheer each other on. We want to hold each other accountable, and we want to wake up the next morning if you had a bad day and have a good day, and get those ideas from those people that had a great day yesterday and use them for yourself the next day. So that's kind of how we're going to do it. In my opinion, to run this business, it's all about tracking your activity and holding yourself accountable and being intentional with your business. So if you guys do those things, you really, it's a simple business. There's not much to do every day, but it's just a little things over time. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys what I personally do, or things that I have learned recently that I want to implement into my business. So I do have a team, obviously, but every single day, I am so intentional with my personal business. What am I doing every single day? I have my own goals as well. I have milestones and goals that I want to reach myself for my personal business as well as my team business. So what I want to be able to do is share with you guys every day what I'm doing, share with you. If you do have a team, I will put those nuggets in there of what I've did for my team that day. And then also just share different trainings and different things that I do. Like today, I'm a part of the Rachel Hollis training for businesses. And I want to implement some of that coaching that we got today. So there's going to be different things that I'm going to implement into these groups every single day, and hold myself accountable too, you guys, because this is so new for me to do these accountability groups like this. So, check in. Let's all check in, and then that will remind me, oh yeah, okay, what am I doing today? I want to send this group what I'm doing. So that's kind of the gist. I wanted to get that out to you guys, what this is all about, how it's going to be ran. Now I want to kind of share with you how I get my month started. Okay, so it's all about, if you guys were able to watch that corporate update call or listen to it today with Jennifer Gibbons, she killed it on what to do in this business. She killed it to what you do at the very beginning of the month. So game plan your month every single beginning of the month, and I do this myself. I've done this from the very beginning of my, I can't say from the very beginning, because I lived and learned, but this is something I do every single month. I am intentional about my business for the month, and I can't just leave it to fate and then wait to the last 2 days to work my business and go, okay, I need this much. It doesn't work like that. And more than times than not, if you do run your business like that, you probably aren't reaching your goals. So you have to be intentional throughout the whole month of what you're going to do to reach your goals. So I look at my month, and I look at my previous month, and I go, okay, did I hit my goals that I wanted to hit? And, I'm running for, the 369, just like you guys, of getting those extra bonuses. I run for my team bonuses. I run for $3,000 in volume. Everyone's goals are going to be different, but I look and see, okay, did I meet my goals last month? Okay, I was running for 3,000 in volume, for personal volume. I did not reach it. Okay. What did I do, or what can I do differently to reach that goal this month? Okay, so, you're going to have months where you're like, okay, I was not happy with those results. What can I do to change those results is all you really can focus on at this point. So I don't give up. I just focus and I set my goals, my personal goals. So this is something that I want you guys to work on. And what I would love for you to do is share these goals with your accountability group. Write down your goals of what you think you want to accomplish, what you need to accomplish. A lot of you guys got in this business for a reason. What is that reason? And are you sticking with that reason and doing what you kind of intended to get out of this business? Are you in this business now for 4 or 5 years and you're thinking, okay, I'm in a whole nother point of my business now than I was at my beginning of the business. I have a whole nother reason why I need this money, why I want this income. And this is, these are my goals that I have for this month. So I challenge you, whatever you did last month, let's go a little bit further. Let's dig a little bit deeper. If you got 3 or free, let's aim for 6 or 9. Let's get those bonuses. I'm telling you, my goal every single month, and I think you should all try to achieve this every single month, is the 15th of the month is the halfway point of the month. If you set a goal now to get 6 PCs, I challenge you to get 6 PCs by the 15th. If you don't aim just a little bit higher than what you think you're going to get, you're never going to get there. You could possibly say 6 PCs by the 30th and then go on the last 2 days of the month, oh my gosh, I have to get my 6 PCs. But if we all have a goal to get 6 PCs by the 15th or 9 PCs by the 15th, think of all that extra time and all that extra productivity that you can put in your business for the next 15 days and think how much more you can achieve. It is going to be, if you put your mindset like that, you will get so much more further ahead in your business than you think you can or will. So push yourself. Have 3 goals for your business. That's something I challenge you guys for and put to your accountability group. What are your 3 goals? Do you want to continue and do the new promotion that we have this month is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome, awesome promotion. 5 samples out. Okay, this is for the whole month, you guys. 5 samples out. Make it a goal, in my opinion, to get before and after photos, because you guys know as well as I know that before and after photos sell our product. So yes, getting samples out are great. And I actually have samples right here that I'm mailing out. They're great. But if you don't follow up and if you don't get before and after photos, it's really just a waste of money, a waste of time, and a waste of energy, in my opinion. So get those before and after photos. 5 samples out. 4 product demos. Do these on other people. Eye serum is an amazing challenge for you guys. Eye serum demos, eye patches demos. You could do sleep chews, energy chews, Prolistic lotion. I mean, you could do a splather of product and demo it with people. 3 three-way calls, BP prospects. If you have any, let's get them on a 3-way call. If you did not close those BPs from last month that you tried to get in, let's get them on a call this month. So try to do 3 of those. 2 Facebook Lives. That's just literally on anything. Yes, you can jump on Facebook and talk about Neora, but that's for anything. Say you're at the, park with your kids, you could Facebook Live. That's just going to get your algorithm going with the Facebook and get people looking at your stuff more. And then 1 party. So that is a challenge that our company just put out today. It's called 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So when people talk about what's this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, this is what it is. Commit. This is pure activity that's going to lead to growing your business. Let's be honest. It's just straight activity that they're giving us to do, and we could possibly earn some extra money. Okay, so if you send this stuff in, you can look at the details more on the Neora website. But if you send all this stuff in after you do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then you could possibly win some extra cash. So they are having people commit and declare your commitment on Team Neora's Facebook page. So if this is something that you guys want to do and be committed to for the activity to grow your business, put it on Facebook near Neora page. That's just a personal, private Neora page with all of us brand partners, and put on there, I'm committing myself to this challenge. Those are going to be intentional activity that you can put into your business right here, right now, and you can plan that for the month. If you want to commit to that and that's a goal for you, commit to it, and I bet you'll get you'll get definitely 3 customers. I bet you 6 or 9 customers. So that's something that you can do. Another thing that I always look into is my personal business, my team business. I can make those as goals. There's many goals. You could just do straight activity for goals. It does not have to be, an outcome like I want to get 6 PCs or I want to bring on a brand partner. That's another thing that we do have going on this month is if you bring on brand partners, you get more trip volume. This is something, if you guys are running for the trip, this is a great incentive. But honestly, if you want to make more money, you need to start growing your team. And what I loved when Jen Givens said today is preferred customers are literally brand partner prospects. If we have not talked to all of our preferred customers, we are really shooting our business in the foot. Honestly, in my opinion, it is people that are, and I love the word that she said, they are paying, what did she say? I can't even remember what she said, but it was hilarious because they're paying for our products and they could easily be brand partners. So we just need to have those conversations with people. So a lot of times what people do are Facebook Live parties. They can do personal conference calls with preferred customers. That's a very easy way to get your preferred customers knowing about our business and get a brand partner this month. So that is, those are all just different goals that you can put out there. But commit yourself to 3 top goals for your business. Another thing that I loved is the 10 core commitments. If that is a recipe for our business. If you guys want to evaluate yourself and look at those 10 core commitments, engage yourself from 1 to 10 of what you're doing, 1 being the worst, 10 being the greatest. You know, are you showing up at events? Are you, and posting on social media should be on there, but it's not on there. But are you doing those 10 core commitments? And if you're not, then reevaluate that and put those as goals. I want to get more committed into our 10 core commitments. And this is the ones that I'm going to commit to this month of doing better at. Those could be simple goals. So in this group, hold yourself accountable, share your goals, declare your commitment on the Team Neora page, and then track your activities if you want. So how you plan the beginning of the month is you really do write down the activities that you want to do in your week and in your month. Okay, so for example, this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When are you going to have a party? Have you looked at your month and said, okay, I'm going to have a party September 21st. I'm going to do a Facebook Live party this day. And have you started working towards getting those in motion? Samples out. Have you wrote your list down of who you want to sample? Right? Start getting into the motion of putting out those activities into your calendar. So a lot of times when I look at my calendar, of course, I put my personal life in there and I say, okay, we have this, we have that. And I looked at my family schedule. And then in the cracks of that, I write out when I'm going to work my Neora business. And in the cracks of my Neora business slot, what am I going to be intentional with doing during that 1 hour that I have? During that half an hour, when I'm watching TV at night from 9 to 10, what can I be doing instead of just watching TV? Because I know you guys, we get on our phones and we scroll mindlessly. We waste so much time just scrolling and we don't have any time working. So while you're on Facebook, go to different groups, start adding new friends, start going into groups and adding yourself into these different wellness groups or these different groups that you have some common interests with. What I'm trying to explain is work the business within the time that you have just kind of chilling out. You can honestly just kind of be watching TV. Like I just did it last night. I did it last week when we were, I was making banners and flyers for the team members while I was watching TV. It's little things like that you can be doing while you're still doing the things you want to do. Like I always joke, like I built this business in my PJs on the couch watching The Bachelor, and it's a true story, and I still do that to this day. So if you have a half an hour and you have a lunch break and that is the only time you can work this business in that half an hour, make yourself intentional with that half an hour that you're working it. Just don't get on social media and you kind of just get lost in the shuffle of it all, because believe me, we all do it, myself included. But be intentional with those 30 minutes and, hold yourself accountable with our group and get ideas and put those ideas into practice. So I think that might be it. I want to open it up to questions, see if you guys have anything. Another thing is maybe sometimes when you look at what you did last month to see if you had any success, maybe you have amazing success and you're just not doing enough of it. So it might be all the right things. You just have to do more of it and be more consistent. If you especially are trying to grow a higher income base than where you're at, and you need to build more income, you need to build an extra $500 to $1,000. It might take a little bit more time. It might take a little bit, instead of half an hour, you're going to have to work an hour. This is a job. I know we love to, it's not a job, but it is. We have to treat it like a job, especially if you guys are wanting to make some good income. It can really pay you well. You just kind of have to plug in a little bit by little bit and try to get there. So I want to open it up. Who has questions? And like I said, this is recorded, so I will put this all into our groups. This is obviously the big forum of all the groups, and then I kind of divided it out into groups. But please ask questions, and I will be glad to answer anything that you guys have.
Aisha?
Yes.
when they were talking about the live Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
they said, or the Facebook parties, they actually said they had to be a live party, like a public live party, so that it could be accountable to them. So are you really thinking it could be live about anything, or does it need to be a NEO or a Facebook party?
I did not hear that. I have not looked at the FAQs yet, but I didn't.
I think it's on the, I think it's actually on the sheet that you fill out to turn in. And my first question originally was, do we have to send those samples through corporate? But I didn't see anything about that anywhere. So I think they can be from anywhere. But when it gets to the Facebook parties, it said they need to be public parties so that they can go in and check.
I guess that doesn't, I have not seen it at all, but normally people don't have Facebook live parties on their public live page.
I know.
But I'm not sure it's a party, Sheila. Did it say Facebook Live or did it say Facebook Party?
I read it Facebook Live.
It said public is what the word that stuck out to me was public.
Yeah, it has to be on your page.
Yeah.
Which it has to be on your
way out of your comfort zone.
But I think they mean like, because some people have groups and different things like that. They don't want you just going on a group, or they don't want it to be a private thing. It has to be public. And I don't think it has.
Yeah, but our Facebook parties are typically private.
But I don't think it's a party. I think it's just a Facebook Live. That's what I'm looking for. And when I do Facebook Live, I get on just talk. I don't, my parties always do private, but the lives I don't. I'm looking for it. Hang on.
Okay.
If anything, what I would think, if anything, I don't think it would be a Facebook Live party on your Facebook page. I think, I mean, that doesn't, I've never seen anybody even do that. But what I think it could possibly be is post or going live on a product.
Yeah.
It has to do something with like washing your face at night, or, taking something like that. And I think people do that, but I've never seen them like actually go through a live party.
That'd be pretty unnerving, actually.
I know. It's like no one wants to sit there and listen to that. They're not, especially if they're not invited to it, like if they're invited, it's a whole nother story in my opinion. So.
Well, and what if our pages are set to private?
Well, you can actually, if your page is set to private, you can actually go on to, whenever you're putting a comment, there's a little icon that shows like a world globe. And if you push that, that means that that means that it's a public post. So everything can be private on your life or whatever. And then if you just make that one thing public, then they'll be able to see it.
It says,
yeah, but I've had to keep my business private because of work.
Oh.
Yeah, because I've had some issues with that.
Yeah, well, they're saying here it says do 2 Facebook Lives. It does not say that you have to do a party. It's just like a product, but it does have to be live, because they said, I can't imagine them doing this, that they're going to check and make sure.
I know.
That'd be a lot of checking.
Well, they're going to check. I believe what they're going to do is they'll find the winners first, and then they'll go and double check if everybody is compliant to what they're asking. And then if they're not, they'll pick another winner and check and whatever. But if it's just a Facebook Live, from what I heard on the corporate update call, I feel like it can be on anything. They just wanted to get your Facebook.
That makes me feel better.
Yeah, they just want to get your Facebook Live algorithm up to speed with everybody's stuff.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you'll be able to do it, Christine.
Okay. And then I had one more question. What's the difference between sampling and demoing according to the rules?
So I haven't read the FAQs yet, but what I think is, I'm going to send this sample to somebody in the mail and it's going to go over to Minnesota. I'm not going to be able to actually product demo those. So product demoing, you could have more than one party, for example, or one-on-ones, and actually like put the eye serum on one person and not the other. and then take a before and after photo of that product demo. You can do a lot of product demos at a party, or like I said, you could do one-on-ones. Or just, you know, you're talking to someone at the grocery store and you guys talk, you know, end up, I've heard people do crazy things, you know, just with cold market exposuring. So anybody else have anything?
I had a question about the three-way calls. Can you just go into a little bit more detail about that?
Yep. Three-way calls are intended to kind of close on a brand partner. So it could be that they have other questions. You could actually be an expert with all the questions, but sometimes it just has someone else telling them the same thing that you said, and it could lead to them going, oh, okay, yeah, I think I want to do this, which is so weird. You're like, I just said the same exact thing. How does this even make sense? But it is true. So what we do is, if they have any questions, or even actually if you just cannot close on a brand partner and you're like, okay, I always say, hey, I would love for you. I have a girl, for example, if it's someone that's a nurse or if it's a teacher, you know, I would love to get you on the phone with, you know, and come to us, and I can find you someone that would be complimentary to your prospect, and say, hey, I would love for you to talk to so-and-so. She's a nurse as well. Would love to hear how she has done this business around being a nurse. It's for people that want just a little bit more information on becoming a brand partner. They can be used for customers, but not really as much as they are for brand partners. And then you kind of just, it's very easy to get, you know, once you get someone on the phone, you say, you know, and we can always do something over Facebook Live or a Zoom or something internationally, but that's when you just kind of step back as the host and you say, okay, here is Paisha. She's been with Miura for 5 years. Here's my friend Sheila. Sheila, go ahead and ask Paisha. And then that's when you step back and you let them kind of do the talking and have the expert answer the questions and stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
You're welcome.
I have a question. You see me? Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
So I have a question. Have you got advice on how to get new PCs from a cold market? So I started off really strong with quite a number of PCs from our warm market, but many of them have dropped off, especially while I was traveling.
Right.
Sneaky buggers. Wait until I went away and then dropped off.
Well,
so my question is, when the market is completely cold, obviously it takes a minute to build some relationships here, right? So what's the advice around that?
Well, I would definitely recommend going through all your PCs that dropped off, because they might need product now. And so they used to be a lover and a buyer of our products, choose to say that they don't need more products or they want to try something else. So that's always good to start off with. You still have a warm market, believe it or not. So continue to post, continue to talk to people, go through your Facebook friends, go through the different things that you do and write down people's names and kind of just start talking to them, because believe me, you still have a warm market. And then in regards to meeting new people and keeping that funnel. So I've been in the business for 5.5 years. Believe it or not, I still have a warm market, and I'm continuously building my warm market. Okay. So do different activities that you love to do. Do Bible studies, do neighborhood parties, do mommy groups, you can do networking where you literally talk about your business with other professionals that are talking about their business. There's all kinds of ways that you can build your warm market back up. It does take a little bit of time, but a lot of times, like Sheila, she's a great expert at cold market into places that, you know, you're going shopping for the day, and bringing up those conversations of, you know, when they say, what are you shopping for? Well, I'm actually shopping for, with my extra money from my company, I'm getting a shirt today. I mean, you can make up anything, but then that kind of strikes up conversation of, what's your company? What do you mean you get extra money from a company? And then, you know, there's all kinds of ways to kind of build it into a cold market. Sometimes that's a lot harder to do when you're out and about at restaurants. Like if I find someone that's in the serving industry and they're killing it, honestly, you can write it off as on your taxes by prospecting the server. So every single time you go out to a restaurant or go for drinks, go ahead and put into your schedule that you are going to be intentional with talking to someone about the product, because you can write that off now. So you just, say you are doing awesome. How long have you been serving here? Do you want to do this forever? And, would you be open to hear about more opportunities that you can do making some side income from, your home or whatever. So you can build that into conversation when you're going out and about to eat or drink. And then a lot of times how I do it, I don't do that much cold marketing, but I do more of getting into groups that I already love to do. So I'm in a lot of women's groups here. I'm in Bible studies. I'm in kid groups, and you can do meetups after hours and go out for drinks with women. And you start building these connections. You add them on Facebook immediately, and you let the tools do all the talking, and you let them see what you do, and it kind of just works organically. And I feel like it's a lot less abrasive for my personality. But it's honestly all up to you on what you want to do. But you really do have to keep that funnel open. And then also another thing that I have recently been doing was I've been getting on Facebook groups, and I've been building relationships on Facebook groups. So take your profession, for example, get on different hobbies that you like to do or that you can build connections with other women or other professionals. And you get on there and you actually start building relationships with prospects on Facebook. And another thing that I found very helpful is when you get into these groups, like for example, if they are targeted to side income jobs or entrepreneurs or even health and wellness and anti-aging, you can literally search the groups at the top and say for example, I'm in a health and wellness group. I search at the top, bloating. Women are complaining about bloating. Someone just asked in August, what do people do for bloating? I contact her and say, hey, are you still looking for something to help with bloating? She wrote me back, yes, I am. What do you have? I sent her my link on, she could literally buy it right there off my link. And I actually went to my shop, went to my probiotic, clicked on that, copied the link at the top. So it literally was just straight probiotic, Miura. She can click on that and personally buy it right there from my website. So you can do a lot of activity that way too, just by online.
Yep. Okay. One of the things, I'm just going to add a comment because I've done 2 Facebook Lives since I got back from UK, and I've gotten about 5 people Facebook message me just wanting to know. One of them was a women's group inviting me to come have a chat, like do a talk for them. So I'm going next Wednesday to do that. But I guess that's what I'm trying to say is the Facebook Lives do work because people get interested in your content and then they just start asking questions. Mm-hmm. They daunting to do though, but once you start doing them and get the hang of them, they can usually generate something. Yeah, that's perfect. Start building those connections. Doing speaking engagements is going to grow your network of people. And you could, if you want to post about Miura on your Facebook page, you can, or you could start a private group and post on it and add them to your private group if you want to do it that way too. Okay. Yep. Any other questions? So let's look at our calendar. Let's look and see what 3 goals we want and hold ourselves accountable and put it out there. Look at your calendar. When do you want to put these activities in motion? And look at your week. Something that I do to build my business and track my personal activity is I have to have a tracker. So this is something that you can find in the master's file. If you're a person like me and you have to check things off, this has been very, very, very helpful for like the past 4 years for me. So I
have like 1,000 of these, but this is my tracker so far for mid-August to now. But what I do is I obviously try to fill it all out with all my follow-ups, with all my exposures, with my sampling, with my parties, all of that good stuff. But also what I really, really love about it is that I'm able to look back at a month at a glance and really look and see who all sampled so I don't lose track of that. And look at the bottom, it says all my Class A prospects. And I put my Class A prospects for both my customers and my brand partners. And so I never lose track of who I need to continue to follow up with. So I don't know what your follow-up system is. You could just keep it all on a notebook and write it all out, or you could keep it in your calendar. But this has been something that I have to really use to the follow-up method, as well as tracking and seeing, okay, like I had a crummy week last week. What am I going to do this week? I need to get more follow-ups up, and I need to get my my personal exposures out. So something that you can do too. But let's get our 3 goals out. Let's start looking at our week and our month, and let's put a plan in place. And let's aim for the 15th. I'm going to aim with the 15th, just like you. Let's try to get our PCs by then. So then everything after the 15th is all bonus from what we did last month. I mean, how amazing would that be? So if you guys need any help, if you need help with 3-way calls, I would be more than happy to help you talk to them or find a connection that you think would be a great fit for them. And, if you guys need any help with parties or anything, just let me know. Okay. Thanks for jumping on. Have a good night, guys. Bye.